صار زوبي مندي لا 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 لا.
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Real Arsenal Talk with your host Larry and Stevo, and it's another glorious day in North London. Steve, and in the northeast in this case as well. So, Stevie, how's it going, man? How are things? How did you enjoy the weekend? Anything exciting apart from the football, obviously?
No, mate. I'm currently on a 3-day fast, just to let all our listeners know that.
Okay.
I'm doing a 3-day fast. I'm 2 days in.
Oh.
And I'm good.
Excellent.
Hungry.
You feel hungry?
Bit sort of strange taste and feeling in my mouth. But other than that...
That's called dry mouth, maybe? Okay, you've got what?
Got my vodka. And, yeah.
So the 3-day fast doesn't include alcohol intake, just so we're clear out there, right? I just want to put the right information out there for the listeners, Stevie. That's all I'm trying to do out there, you know?
It is water and salt, my friend.
Okay, well.
For the electrolyte, you know.
Yes.
As you can see, I'm losing lots of weight.
No, I mean, I was going to say, like, you're looking a little sort of thinner because last time I saw you, you know, you're quite a well-built guy usually.
Yeah,
so
baby.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about here.
Positive thing, obviously, I'm purposely losing weight, not sort of losing weight because obviously maybe something wrong, but you know, I've lost about 3 stone, just under 3 stone.
Oh, and in what sort of time period? Like, you know, a week?
Since Christmas.
Since Christmas.
Yeah.
Wow. So you didn't even, I mean, you enjoyed Christmas though, right? Like, I know you did. You enjoyed Christmas, food-wise?
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah, you indulged yourself, basically, yeah.
I didn't go overboard.
Oh, you didn't pig out? No, okay, that's good.
No.
I pigged out on desserts and you know, sweet stuff, really. So, well, okay. I mean, let's hope you actually, you know, get to the 3rd day of fasting. You don't sort of do a quick little cheat thing. One of those Palmos, please, mate.
I bought the kids Palmos last night. I was really proud of myself for actually not having
Wow, that is
any
impressive.
of it.
That is impressive.
I'm like, really, really chuffed with my willpower.
Good, good. That's great, and it's coinciding with the with Arsenal's great run, and you know, and 3 goals. So the number 3 maybe could be a theme in this episode. I don't know, but there you go. So yeah, obviously in terms of the football, how did you enjoy our performance, our result?
Obviously, as you know, I'm absolutely devastated with the today's game. Devastated because, as you know, obviously City, the manner in which they won, and it just all felt like it was a turning point. I don't know. I mean, I know we're 6 points clear, but obviously you'll have watched the game, and when Szoboszlai scored, I think you were just like me. I thought, wow. But City always looked like they were going to score any time. Liverpool, there was, I don't know about you, was the atmosphere really flat? Was there no sort of, I mean, I don't know whether I was listening to it or not, but it just felt as though there was no atmosphere. When we played them, it was massive, the atmosphere. But when they played today, I thought it was so quiet. I don't know what it was. Or was it the TV? I don't know.
I was watching the pre-match interviews, or like, you know, little show with Micah Richards and what's his face, whoever was on with him at that time. I can't remember. Who was it?
Keno?
No. They were on the field together. Oh, it was Sturridge, and so they were in the middle of the field, and they were like, "Oh, great atmosphere," but like behind them, I could see empty seats. I mean, okay, I get it. It is pre-match, but don't be like it's great atmosphere. You know, there's empty seats going on. I mean, as soon as the match started, I felt like they didn't seem very up for it, even though, like, you know, the sort of anthem, you know, rang out at the beginning and whatnot, like it always does. But apart from that, it didn't do much. And then I think, obviously, after City equalised, it just sort of like killed them completely. You know, let's say 97%, it killed them. But yeah, the match itself, I watched it and look, like you and like many of the Arsenal fans, there was only one team that we wanted to win. or a draw really. But there's only one team that we needed to win, which would have helped us out. But unfortunately, by the end, that team just completely folded, like absolutely like a fucking massage table, like boom, straight in there, folded up, put it in the cupboard, and just, it was terrible. After that goal from Szoboszlai as well, you think, that they were going to they had so many chances as well. So many chances. I thought they were going to kill the game, especially in the first half. But just wasted, absolutely wasted. There was that Ekatike chance where it's like, why did you not pass? Why did you not pass that ball? Oh, sorry. Okay, apologies. You made the pass, but to the wrong person. Like,
yes, should have went to Wirtz.
Wirtz was right there. He was right there running, and he was open. He would have scored that. I have no doubt in my mind. But I think the Liverpool undid themselves today. Really, there was nothing else to blame. They absolutely undid themselves today. And again, that performance from Ekatike, right? Yeah, he's a good player, but to have a couple of chances and either not pass the ball correctly or just make the wrong decision, it is criminal against City. Because again, as we saw, obviously I know in hindsight now, but as we saw, they killed them. Again, I've used that word again, but they just absolutely just murdered them, and it wasn't even fun to see. I text, I don't know if I text you or not, but I text like another football group that I'm part of, and I said to them, I've got a feeling that Haaland will miss. Just thought I'd put it out there in the universe, do you know what I mean? Just the bad vibes. But no, he didn't miss. He doesn't miss. That guy's a machine, and he's just laser focused. But I know it was a penalty, of course, but again, he put it away, and there was a lot of pressure on that as well, on that penalty. So, but I mean, did you see it the way I saw it? Like, did you feel like Liverpool undid themselves, or is there something else that you want to?
No, I personally thought that Man City deserved the win. I thought they were absolutely on it. Whether that was down to Liverpool not playing as well as they could, but Man City played absolutely brilliant. I thought Aït-Nouri was really good at left back. I just thought they didn't let Liverpool breathe. I mean, they played like Liverpool played against us, where we sat back with Liverpool, which we sit back against most teams. And I just thought the way Man City played, they didn't let them breathe, and it was uncomfortable to watch as an Arsenal fan, thinking why is City so dominant? But they were. I mean, Haaland didn't particularly have a great game, but the rest of the team, obviously, little twat Silva, he had a great game. I thought the defence, Kusanov played really well. I thought, well, Gay should have probably been sent off, but again, that's another. It's just all ifs and buts, isn't it? But I just thought City really deserved it. I know, obviously, Szoboszlai scored a wonder goal again, but you could just sense it coming. I don't know about yourself. I did sense that he probably scored too early at 75th minute, Szoboszlai, and obviously then they got the equaliser. I think it was the 82nd. And then obviously, fucking Alisson, what was he doing coming out? And, a point would have been decent. But I can't, I feel deflated. We shouldn't, because we're still 6 points clear. But I do feel deflated, because I think that was kind of their hardest game to, till the end of the season. And obviously then they play us. And, if they beat Fulham, which they probably will on Wednesday night, they're only going to be 3, and we've got Brentford. So, yeah, I'm a bit deflated, to say the least.
Yeah. Look, I'll be honest, Ray. I get what you're saying, but I mean, watching that City side, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, they are, they're not going to get beaten again. No, they look weak. It's just, unfortunately for Liverpool, they made the wrong decisions today, and they just didn't put them away. And I think if we go in and against City and we play similar to Liverpool, where it's, because again, it wasn't. They had chances, but it wasn't like a massively open game, really, was it? It was sort of more midfield controlled, and it was just now and again you'll see Liverpool go through, or City will have a chance. But I didn't think that it was a massively open game, and it felt a little bit like us playing Liverpool when we played Liverpool the first match, where obviously with Szoboszlai scoring that crazy goal. It kind of felt like that sort of match. But then, unfortunately, as it's typical fashion, they don't crumble against us, they crumble against City. But then again, that's merit to City, really, because they just pushed it. They really did. I was a bit surprised that Cherki didn't start, I'll be honest. But when he came on, I thought, like, that guy sort of, by the end of the match, I felt like he was sort of contender for man of the match, because he was really good. But yeah, I don't think it's anything to fear. It's just depends. It's mentality, isn't it? Like, you know, how are we going to approach that match against City? Well, any of the matches against City, you know, because we have potential to play 3-4 times against them by the end of the season.
Yeah, FA Cup, Champions League, League, Carabao Cup.
So that's, again, it's something that I'm sure it's playing a little bit in people's minds, especially at the club. But again, from what I saw today, I don't think City are sort of this unbeatable team. I think they have the weaknesses. Gay has been, he's been good, but he's had some very, very shaky moments. And like you said today, he was lucky not to be actually sent off. Yeah, like I said, I don't think anything to fear. But we have to go in there just thinking like we can beat these guys rather than, let's hope for a draw. Again, by that point, if, like we said before, if we're like 12 points ahead of them because they've had a crash out and we get a draw against them or a loss, it's not a massive deal. But I don't want to think like that. You know, I just want to go in there and actually have the mentality of be like, yeah, we're going to beat these guys right now. This is our time. That was so corny, really, wasn't it? But anyway, you know what I mean. But yeah, I don't know. That was just the way I looked at it. Yes, they have dangerous players, but there's been many instances this season where they just haven't been clicking as well. But unfortunately, if we get them on their day with Cherki, Haaland, Silva, forget about it. You know, proper forget about it. So let's not start on a negative, but that's the way I looked at it. Obviously, I was hoping for a better result than that, but they just, like I said, they just absolutely crumbled. Throw a bit of custard in there as well, you know, so that's how bad they were. But yeah, okay, should we chat about Arsenal, or do you want to, is there anything else you want to add about City, by the way? Anything?
I want to forget about them and, like, you know,
forever, really. Forever.
It is hard because, you know, it's City chasing us down. I mean, even at 9 points, I still don't think it's done and dusted. I think it was 9 points when we played them. Yes, done and dusted, but I mean, it's 6 now, and it potentially will be 3 by the time we have that tricky away game against Brentford next week. So, you know, I just think the mentality's got to be right. I just don't. Yeah, let's just forget. Let's just move on. I'm sick of City. I fucking hate them. So, move on.
That is fair point. Moving on. So yeah, I mean, obviously we hosted Sunderland, and sorry about that, by the way. Like, that was totally not cool. Yeah, for someone who sits behind a microphone, you know, and has been for a while now, that was just not professional. Yeah, you know what I'm about. But yeah, so we hosted Sunderland, and going into the match, it could have been a banana skin, right? It could have been a very, very tricky game, and well, shit, it wasn't.
Definitely.
So,
well,
okay.
I think we did say, didn't we? Obviously, the lineups and stuff like that. We both mentioned that, you know, why wasn't Gyökeres playing? And I think obviously he still doesn't know who to play against, what opposition, because obviously Sunderland are a big physical team, and you'd have thought that Gyökeres, but you know, he came on and scored 2, so that's obviously he got it right. But I think we made hard work of it. I thought Sunderland played really well, to be fair. You know, they didn't sit back. They didn't put, you know, 11 men behind the ball. It was nice not nice to see from their perspective, but you know, the likes of Burnley or whoever comes to the Emirates, other than like sort of City, Liverpool, sit with, you know, all the players behind the ball. And I thought it was admirable for them, because obviously they've got nothing to lose. They're not going to get relegated, but they did play well and made it really hard. And I think they'll play a similar way to Brentford. So that it was probably good. It was a good warm-up match for the Brentford game. I think they do play very, very similar. Obviously, we've got Brobbery up front, and they've obviously is it Thiago, I think, up front. But no, I do think it was a tricky game, and I thought we struggled at first, but you know, we come out on top, which was all we needed, really. Yeah.
I will agree that it was a tricky game to sort of to begin with. But you know, by the time Zubimendi scored, I think we had a bit of a stronghold on the game, and Yeah, it was, again, Sunderland are a team, and I like the comparison to Brentford, by the way, because, we've struggled against Brentford, especially when, their first season back in, 2021 or something like that, they beat us 2-0. Yeah. So that was embarrassing. But I think that was the days before Arteta, wasn't it? 2021, was that Arteta in charge?
It was his first.
It was his first season.
His first games, yeah.
Yeah, first season, of course it was. Because I thought it started like December 2021, but it was actually December 2020, wasn't it? When they went to his house with a briefcase and a fucking blacked out limousine. Oi, Mick, g'day. All right.
Get your Lego head out here.
Yeah, they've had to add the white stripes, by the way, to make it look like he's aging. So that's he's not actually aging. That's not what's happening. So yeah, Brentford. Yeah, like I said, tricky team, and they still are. They're still a tricky team. Even after Thomas Frank
yesterday against Newcastle, wasn't it? I mean,
exactly.
I mean, I know Newcastle aren't playing very well at the minute, but I mean, to go to St James's Park, score 3, and keep going. I mean, I watched it, and I wasn't particularly bothered who won.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen Newcastle win just to sort of damage their confidence, but they're going to be flying on Thursday night, and it's going to be a real hard game for us.
Yeah,
real hard.
I agree.
I even think we could lose it, but we'll talk about that later on.
Yeah, we'll do the quick prediction right at the end. But yeah, sorry. In terms of this match, I mean the lineup. I wasn't happy with Jesus at all, by the way. Like, I didn't like the fact that he started. I didn't like the way that he played, and I didn't really care for him this match. I don't want to say like he was sort of like a Mourinho style, being carried, because he wasn't that bad, but I didn't. Again, it wasn't his type of match, this, at all, really. No. Even though I appreciated Gyökeres coming on and obviously, scoring, which we will get to, but I feel like we could have been a lot more secure, and I think a lot more direct if he started the match, because of what he offers. And again, Madueke and Trossard, I thought he had a very good game. I don't know how you saw it, but I thought he had a very good game. Not man of the match contender, but it was very good. Madueke on the other side. Again, it's funny with Madueke, because you see him. Actually, we'll come back to that. But yeah, sorry, with Jesus, I didn't. Yeah, not really. Again, this is the problem with Arteta, isn't it? Because we sort of see it and we're like, well, you keep doing this. You keep choosing the wrong player for the wrong match. It's like, how have you not learnt yet? Like, they've got massive players in defence. How are you not putting Gyökeres in there? And again, as soon as he came on, he bullied them. Absolutely bullied them. So
great.
I hope that, when we face Brentford, I hope that he starts Gyökeres, because that'll be stupid if he doesn't. Yeah. And again, another team that's quite physical. So we need physical players. Jesus is not that guy.
Yeah, I think he will, won't he? I think he. But personally, I know I'm disagreeing with you here, but I think that away from home, Jesus is better, regardless of who we're playing, because I think he's got that tricky side to him, whereas Gyökeres, you know what you're getting with him, he's physical, but the home team are going to be physical anyway, and I just think I think he'll get it wrong. I personally think he'll start Gyökeres for his 2 goals, and I think that's how he's going to play it. If you come on and score, you start the next game, and that's how he's rotating it. It's like, I know it's a bit controversial, because obviously you kind of think you want to see Gyökeres. I understand that, because obviously they have got some physical defenders and physical players. I don't know. I just think that Jesus might. I mean, Trossard might be out, mightn't he? But we'll come to that. I don't know. I think it's going to be a difficult one, a difficult team selection. Personally,
I think if he starts Havertz and Trossard again, I think Gyökeres is probably the right guy to start, because I like what Havertz is doing with Gyökeres, by the way. Like, even when the sort of, the matches that Odegaard hasn't been playing, I think Havertz has been a very good influence on Gyökeres, because Havertz is a tricky player himself. He's a strong player. He's good in the air as well. So again, he's not a fucking pushover. Like, and especially now he looks quite stronger as well, to be fair. Like, he's recovering well, touch wood. So I think it all depends on who is starting that midfield role. If you're starting Eze there, then yeah, fair enough, put Jesus, because they complement each other as well. But I'm not saying it's a good partnership, but I'm in terms of they complement each other, because Jesus will make those runs. Like you said, he is a tricky player, and Eze can find a very good pass, and he's quite proactive rather than an Odegaard who's sort of like, sort of sitting back and more pragmatic. So yeah, okay, I'll agree with you as in like, it all Jesus is probably better away from home, but it also at the same time it all depends on who he's picking behind the striker, and obviously on the wings as well, because I think Madueke will probably most likely start anyway. I don't think Saka's back. Martinelli, I'll be honest, he's been up and down for me this season. I'm liking Martinelli again. I know. But I know in a couple of matches we won't like him again, so I'm not gonna get too hyped up on that, but I'm not bothered. Trossard or Martinelli, as we've said for the majority of this season, we're not really bothered who's sort of starting because the other one is very good off the bench, so we're not really bothered. But yeah, so even if Trossard starts, I don't really mind that. So yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, Jesus, it's just a bit of a rant for me. I felt like it was just wasted. But yeah, did you have any issues with the lineup, by the way? Like when it was announced, anything that you sort of thought, I'm not liking this?
Yeah,
Calafiori, right?
Mate. Yeah.
Okay,
absolutely.
hit me with, tell me.
Long-haired fucking liability. I thought it was. I know he's just come back from injury, and that's not an excuse really. But he just looks so off the pace, mate. He is a liability. He's very slow, and the reason why he gives fouls away is because he's slow and he gets caught out. Hincapie for me all day long, every day when he's fit, needs to start. Honestly, Calafiori, it's a liability waiting to happen, and he's on a par with Lewis Skelly. In fact, I'd rather have Lewis Skelly at this moment. Hincapie going forward, sorry, my bad. Calafiori going forward, he's okay. He's got a nice touch. He's technically quite good, but when he gets caught out, he's fouling the players and he's giving silly fouls away. He's not quick enough. Hincapie, 100 mile an hour, great game. I thought Hincapie yesterday. Personally, he's had a very good couple of games, mate. To be honest, so I can't argue with it. And I'll be honest. And again, stupidly, I will admit, right, that I forgot that we actually loaned him. Right, he's on loan to us. He is, yeah. But I think there's an obligation to buy for 42 million or something, which is a snip.
Which I'll be honest with you, right, that is absolutely perfect. And if this guy continues the way that he's been continuing, shit, that's money well spent as far as I'm concerned. That's good business. But yeah, so stupidly I had to admit that, because for a while I was like, how much did we even pay for Hincapie? And then I was reading, I was like, oh, he's loaned to us. Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, there you go. So yeah, I thought I agree. And my feelings on Calafiori, I don't really like to. Yeah, I do, but unfortunately he had a bad game, so I can't really defend him. And again, 3 fouls committed, challenges. Just looking at some of his stats here, nothing to brag about. And it was like aerial duels won 50%, ground duels won 50%, tackles won 50%. Very average player, especially yesterday's match. But yeah, okay, I admit Calafiori was probably the wrong choice to start, but at the same time, does that mean Hincapie will most likely start on when we play Brentford? Thursday, yeah. So when we went,
I would have thought so. Sorry.
I think it kind of makes sense because Hincapie needs the rest.
Is it Coyote that's the tricky winger that's scored against Newcastle last night? He plays left and right, so we do need someone like Timber or Hincapie to sort of counter that, because they're fantastic on the break, absolutely amazing. I
think it's is it Ouattara,
yeah. It's Coyote's left back or right back, I can't remember now, but
I think he's a left back.
Ouattara came from Bournemouth, didn't he?
He did. Yes, he was. He was Bournemouth. Yeah, he was Bournemouth. Again, it's very interchangeable teams. Brentford, Bournemouth, whatever, man. They're both doing well, to be fair. But yeah, Ouattara's a good player, in all honesty, and their striker as well as Thiago. Yes, it is. He's a good player as well. So, yeah, and Ouattara got an assist and a goal, by the way, yesterday. So, but yeah, for us, I think I'm happy to think that Hincapie will start, because like I said, he needed the rest from the matches that he's played. Calafiori needs the at least an hour or an hour plus to sort of get back up to fitness. Okay, yesterday was fine because we won 3-0, maybe against a different team like a City, for example, or fucking Liverpool or whatever, I think he probably would have struggled. You know, imagine him against Salah. Shit, that would have been a red card waiting to happen, really. And yes, but yeah, I think, and for me, by the way, which I'm going to talk about now because we're talking about the defenders, Saliba. Probably one of the only matches that I didn't really like what he was doing. I don't know how you felt, and we've never, ever, it's blasphemous to talk shit about Saliba. But unfortunately, yesterday, I just felt like he was sort of like, another match. I'm just going to, whatever. I'll put in 40% effort. You know what I mean? Like, again, I'm not expecting him to do 100% every single time. Obviously, it would be great too, but I understand that he's a human being. But I just felt like yesterday he was kind of lethargic. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was just me, or maybe I just caught the wrong parts of the match or something.
No, you're right, and I think we both agreed. But at the same time, Robbie, he's that tricky centre forward that I think it would be a great addition if we'd signed Arsenal. Obviously, he's these unknown players that Arteta doesn't like, but I thought he was a real handful, and I thought he caused problems for not just Saliba, but obviously Gabriel as well. He was amazing at holding the ball up, and we could not get anywhere near. He was brilliant. You know, I know Saliba didn't have the greatest of games, but is that down to Brobby, or is it down to Saliba not having a good game? Because normally, like you say, it's blasphemous talking about Saliba in those terms, but I think credit has to be given to Brobby.
That's personally fair. That's fair. I mean, and I like the fact that, you know, we're defending Saliba like that. But no, I get you. I just feel like, you know, okay, I'll put it this way. In relative to his other matches this season, that was probably one of the weakest ones that I've seen Saliba play, to be honest. So, and look, in terms of the other sort of players in the lineup, I didn't really have any other issues with them. I felt like, you know, they were just the standard, the usuals. But yeah, for me, it was Gyökeres. For you, it was Calafiori. That's fair. That's, you know, that's a 1-1. There you go. But yeah, I mean, just look, in terms of the match itself, we had some very good chances before the goals went in. Havertz had that header. You know, it was literally from kickoff, like
wasn't it? Like
straight from kickoff. Yeah, it was crazy. Jesus, Trossard, you know, they have a nice little link up, and then obviously Havertz, he should be putting that away. He should put that away, like 100%. That should have been a goal from the first few minutes.
Or at least on target. The keeper may have got it, because it was a floated crossing. It wasn't really a whipped crossing with pace. It was floated more than anything. So he had to try and generate the power. Yeah. And that's my only excuse, that because he had to try and generate power, so he obviously put too much on it, and obviously it went wide. But yeah, it should have at least gone on target, even if it, you know, made the keeper save. But yeah, that could have been a totally different game then, couldn't it? But there you go. No,
of course, yeah. Again, these are just like sort of missed chances that we're not going to rue, are we really? So, but yeah, I think, okay, if Gyökeres was on, do you think he would have made that run and he would have found himself in the box? Again, this is just hypotheticals, by the way, just from what we know so far.
I think that was probably a time where, you know, because I think with Gyökeres, and he doesn't make certain runs when it's getting sort of recycled around the box, which was mentioned before, and he doesn't make those runs. But I think with that, he would have been probably in the box. Whether he would have got on the end of it, I don't know. But I think he would have been there or thereabouts, because it was literally straight from kick-off, and obviously Trossard crossed it in relatively quick.
From the right as well, wasn't it? Was it from the right or from the left? Was it from the right or from the left?
It was from the right, yeah, because he played all over, I thought, Trossard. I did think he had a good game. Whether Gyökeres would have got on it, I don't know. I mean, Gyökeres did have a couple of chances with his head as well, I think, later on in the game, when he come on, which he missed, I think. Yeah,
of course. It's very interesting that you say that, though, because, again, it's right there, the difference in players, because Jesus, who's meant to be our striker against Sunderland, he found himself in that sort of, like, you know, in that half space where Odegaard would usually find himself, and then, you know, to pass the ball out wide, and then Havertz was in the box. But then Gyökeres, as you said, he probably would have been in the box already. So, like, you know, maybe Havertz could have passed that ball out or whatever. Yeah, maybe. But it's interesting, just the difference in players that they are, you know. And yeah, I have no doubt that Gyökeres wouldn't have, you know, been there where Jesus was, wow, that's hard to say. Wow, no, that wasn't me. Yeah, that wasn't me. Having a stroke.
He wasn't.
I don't know if Jesus was. Wow, he wasn't. But yeah, so I think he would have found himself there. That's my point. Jeez, like, moving on.
Yes. So after the Havertz chance, do you know what? It's a bit of a blur really up until the goal. I can't obviously, Declan Rice. What a cracking shot.
Yeah.
What a cracking
shot
curler that was.
The curler that was.
Yeah. I mean, it was only about 10 inches wide or something at the end, but
crazy.
I just wish that had gone in. What a goal that would have been.
Honestly, as soon as he shot that, I genuinely like screamed out goal.
Thought it was in.
I said goal, and then I was like, oh fuck, that was crazy. It was incredible. It just would have been an incredible goal for Rice. And again, sorry. And Trossard finds himself there, linking up the play, making things happen. And these two chances, sort of biggest chances that Trossard was involved again. And which, by the way, leads us nicely to the third goal.
A chance to strike from the edge of the box, and Arsenal do have their breakthrough. And just like last week at Ellen Road, it is Martin Zubamendi.
Off the near side post, into the far corner. What a finish that is. Brilliant moment from Zubamendi.
To the first goal, which is Zubamendi. Who passes to Zubamendi? It's your boy Leo, right? It's your boy Trossard. And so, yeah, scratch what I said at the beginning. He probably has a good shout for man of the match. But we'll get to that, very soon. But yeah, so Trossard to Zubamendi. What do you think? What do you think of that?
Do you know, as soon as he laid it off to him, I think at that point, Sunderland they'd probably ran out of a bit of steam because they were sitting back, whereas for the most of the half, they were on as like a rash. And they just seemed to sit off and thought, look, try and break us down. And it was going to take something special. And when he laid it off to him, it wasn't sort of right over to one side. It was kind of in front of him. And I thought, that's perfect to hit first time. And yeah, what a great strike, because it was going out, wasn't it? And he hit it with sort of like the outside of his foot, and it sort of skew whiffed. And when I saw it hit, it always looks better when it goes in off the post.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great strike, and I thought Zubamendi's played well for the last few games. Barring his obviously giveaway against Man United, but no, he's redeemed himself massively.
He has.
And yeah, it was absolutely great strike, and just what we needed at half time. Because I think the pressure might have got to us going into the second half, like it normally does. I think in these sort of games where we don't get a goal early on, the pressure, and then we start making mistakes. And yeah, great time to score. Absolutely fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, like you said, they were backing off. It was the 42nd minute, probably just thinking, right, let's just see the half out. But luckily for us, sorry, not luckily, that's probably the wrong word. The good thing with us at home is that, we can be relentless. Like, we can just take it all the way to the very last minutes of extra time or added time or whatever. So I think, yeah. Look, it wasn't something that was. I felt like a goal was definitely coming. I didn't think it was going to be Zubamendi, of course, but again, it could have been a Trossard. It seemed like a Trossard game for a goal. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, and again, that sort of it shows that he's now at this time of the season that Trossard is sort of like, he's improving again, because he went through a down phase, during the Christmas period or last month. Yeah, I think most of the team probably did, January blues and all that stuff, whatever it is. But I'm glad that we've sort of moved on from that now, and yeah, it's 3-0. It's 3-0. It's open play goals, right? All 3 goals, open play, right? Was I dreaming? I think Arteta wasn't dreaming either. He was like, I can't believe we didn't score from a set piece. It was brilliant. That guy's got jokes, man, and I love it. But yeah, so look, before the goal happened, there was that challenge on Zubamendi. Was it by Brobby? I think it was, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
What do you think of that?
I mean, I think you know my thoughts on if it was an Arsenal player doing it to someone else. It's a red card, and obviously we saw Romero's red card, which was absolutely freaking horrendous and ridiculous from a footballer to another footballer. I mean, he's
at any level, really.
But I've seen those given, and I've seen things. Didn't Saka get a red card, no, it wasn't Saka. It was Vieira a few seasons ago against, I can't remember, it was Brighton or someone like that, and he did a similar sort of thing. It wasn't as bad as that.
Yeah. I think his was more off the shin, wasn't it? Sort of like
it sort of rolled down.
Yeah,
his
rolled
foot,
down.
didn't it?
Yeah.
It rolled down his shin.
I remember that.
And I don't think, but I do think that warranted probably more. But VAR, as usual, it's so funny. Yeah, VAR have checked it, and as we thought, they've waved it away. And I just think, there's no consistency, and it's all manipulated. But hey, I mean, what do you think? Red card should have been.
I think
at least a VAR to say to the ref, go and have a look at it.
Yeah, I think it should have probably been a red card, to be honest. And I think Robbie was quite lucky not to be sent off. That sort of goes towards the rating that they gave him here as well, which is like 5.9 or some shit. But yeah, I think that should have been a red card. It was studs, right? You know?
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Just absolutely choked. Like Liverpool did today. So there you go. So I think, definitely should have been a red card. He was lucky. And I think, I can't remember what match was it. Was it the Man United match that similar thing happened?
With Romero?
Was it? No. Was it? No, it wasn't Romero. I think another incident happened. Or was it the Romero incident that I'm just sort of getting mixed up? But yeah, so the Romero one definitely. Okay, I'm going to say something controversial here, right? Because I saw that, right? I don't think that was meant to go. He was meant to go in studs like that. I think he was kicking the ball.
It was the follow through. I think what got people, wasn't it? I think it's the follow through. I know he probably didn't intentionally mean to hurt Casemiro or whoever it was. I just think it was the follow through that cost him the red card. I don't think he personally meant it, like you say, but it was a red card. Personally.
Yeah. It was dangerous for sure. It was dangerous and reckless. Absolutely. Like I'll agree with that in terms of the letter of the law. Yeah, absolutely. In terms of intention, I don't think it was that way. But then again, it is Christian Romero, so that whole Argentina versus Brazil sort of situation going on there. Yeah. In terms of Robbie, at least have a look, right? Just go have a look and let us know what you think. So again, just real quick on the Zubimendi goal. Again, it was Trossard, Rice having that sort of link up yet again. Obviously we mentioned Rice's shot and whatnot. Again, I like that link up, and when these two guys are on form, I think we've got a very good but silent but deadly sort of left side. Do you know what I mean? Because Trossard can score goals. Let's just not make any mistakes about that. He can definitely score goals. So I like the link ups in the team, and again, we mentioned it last episode as well that it's the way that Arteta's built his team is. Literally, you remove one player to add another player, like you plug and play. Like there is nothing else. You don't have to adapt to another style or whatever. Obviously, they've got their own different styles, but every player knows exactly how to play all them styles. So, and that's the good thing. And when it works, it really, really works, because you can. Again, we took players out, other players came in. Boom. We obviously we came out 3-0. So. I think did the Jesus chance come at the end of the half? When he ran through, he could have, it was offside, obviously, ultimately.
Yeah.
End of the half.
It was, yeah. I'm not sure what I make of that. I mean, one of my mates was talking about it today when we were watching the City game, and is it, if your feet are in your half, I know your body goes into your, but his feet, I'm sure his feet, I can't really remember off the top of my head, I thought his feet were in our half, regardless of your body. I didn't know it was your part of your body, like the offside sort of rule. But do you know what I mean?
Shoulder, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's
is it?
That applies in the it's like any, obviously, like the offside rule, any part of the body that you can legally score with.
I thought it was just your feet, because you're in your half, aren't you? But I don't know.
No, I know what you mean. It should really be, because there is a hard line there, but because obviously it's the offside rule that applies. Unfortunately, it's the other thing. But yeah, at first glance, I didn't think it was offside, but replays and VARs and whatnot, and obviously VAR loves giving goals against us or taking away goals. Oh, they love it. Oh my God, they've had a hard job this season, to be honest with you, because they've been on goals, so they can't even take those away. It's someone else scoring. But yeah, so obviously first half ends 1-0. I'm kind of happy with that. How are you making it at this time? Like, what are you feeling at this point in time? Are you like quite confident that we're going to go on and win, or are you thinking, maybe Sunderland will do some things?
I think, I was quite confident, but obviously you can never be too sure with the factors that, we conceded late against them. I know they were at home and they got that equaliser in sort of the 90th minute. But But no, I was sort of quietly confident. I thought, if they open up and they come out, then, I think they've put that much effort in to the first half that they'll only tire and we'll only probably get stronger. So yeah, I was quietly confident. I don't know what your thoughts were.
Yeah. I agree. I think just sort of walked into that, and again, I had no real crazy emotions about it. Just like, yeah, all right, cool. We've got this under control now. Let's just see it out. And obviously, for, second half starts. Not much really happens up until like the sort of subs come on. So Gyökeres and
60th minute, was it?
60th minute, yeah, right dead on the hour. I think that was, again, it is perfect timing to make the subs, especially if you need to add more goals. That's what he did. Gyökeres, Martinelli, almost like a like for like in terms of the players that came off. But obviously Martinelli was playing on the right-hand side, which it's working. It works. I like it. Yeah. I like what I'm seeing. And if it's a place, if it means that obviously because Saka's out, Martinelli will get a run on the right, and now there's more competition. I love that, because at no point this season have we ever said that Saka deserves that right winger role right now, right? He doesn't, for me personally, he doesn't really deserve it over Madueke when he comes back. Like, I think it just disrupts the whole play. Yeah. Madueke, just the way that he plays, the chaos that he creates, is just the way that he runs. It's maddening. Yeah. His decision making is a bit. I
don't think he had the greatest of games yesterday. No. I don't know about what your thoughts were. I thought he played okay, but I think it was not his greatest of games. I think he was probably guilty of losing possession a few times and making the wrong choice with a final pass. So yeah, I know what you're saying, but obviously since Saka's been out and since he's been on and come on and scored some decent goals and caused the chaos, like you say, I do think he warrants a place, even if Saka is. But I think it'll be what Jesus and Gyökeres are doing at the moment. I think it'll be one of those where they'll swap. I hope it is anyway. I hope that someone will have 60 minutes, then someone will come on. I think it'll like vice versa, just depending on the game. I don't want him to come straight back in and keep Madueke out.
No.
But I do think Madueke didn't have his greatest games yesterday, so...
I mean, that's kind of been the theme with Madueke, hasn't it? Like we said,
he's inconsistent, isn't he?
He's very inconsistent.
He's decent, but...
Yeah. I think his decision-making, he's still... I don't want to say as immature as he was at Chelsea, because I think, Arteta's slowly taking that out of him. But... he's not, his decision making is not really great, and I know we say that about Saka, but it's not really the same type of thing. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't know, because Saka's more of a seasoned sort of player. You expect a little bit more from him, and you're a bit more disappointed when he doesn't make the right decision. Whereas Madueke, you can kind of feel like, it's all right. He makes crazy runs anyway. He throws defenders off. We can kind of take the good with the bad. Obviously, I would like that to improve, of course. We don't want just a chaotic player, but I think if he adds a little bit more in terms of his footballing brain, I think he'll be a very good player and on par with Saka, to be honest with you. Obviously, he's still got years to prove that, because Saka, he's at least for the last 4 years.
I think with Madueke, like you say, I do think there's potential there for him to improve. I think with Saka, like I said, previous pods, that he's plateaued, and I don't see him getting any better. I think his brain now is just fixed in that this is what I do. I don't do anything different. I'll score the odd wonder goal, and I'll be frustrating as well. But with Madueke, I think he potentially could improve, because he's got a few more weapons than Saka. But it's just like you say, the same final balls and the final sort of intelligence that he's lacking.
It's like with Saka, it's kind of like he's sort of reaching checkpoints, and the checkpoints is basically like once he reaches it, the fan base is like, oh, okay, good, yeah, Saka's great, Saka's the star boy, and then he'll go ages without scoring or without doing anything, so our frustration levels keep rising, and then he'll reach the other checkpoint. It's like, okay, yeah, all right, fair enough, he resets again. But each time, unfortunately, it's getting longer and longer, and our patience is getting shorter and shorter. So it's like, well, something needs to happen, mate, right away. But yeah, I'm happy with what Madueke is doing, I'll be honest with you, because he's creating chances for other players, whether he's assisting, which he's he's got a good cross on him. He can see a pass. If he's doing that, I'm like, all right, cool. Just let him be. There's no reason to change that formula. And again, to swap him for Martinelli, even better as well. And obviously, the fact that we need Saka back is because we need numbers. We don't have Nwaneri, for example. So, or a Reece Nelson.
Good old Reece.
Reece. We think about you, Reece. But yeah,
he's not getting his game for Fulham. Was he injured?
I think he's been injured for time, for like at least for a year and a half.
Constantly injured, isn't he?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We miss him. So Gyökeres obviously, comes on 60th minute, and then a few minutes later he gets a goal.
Sunderland can't get out now. Havertz to Gyökeres. 2-0 to Arsenal.
The right foot of Alderete has to come across and block that shot. He doesn't do it, and he sweeps it into the back of the net. And what an impact for Gyökeres. And he's
Havertz with the assist, and I mean, it's not the prettiest of goals, is it? But he got down and dirty with it for sure.
Mate, do you know?
He got his shorts muddy for sure, I'll tell you.
I watched that goal, and as much it wasn't pretty, and and the finesse and everything. His first touch kind of got away from him, but
what finesse? He's got finesse of a
got
wall.
No finesse. But it's that sheer determination that I love about him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a typical Shearer goal where you're falling over, but you still get shot away, and it was just pure like. I was just so happy for him and pleased because it could have gone anyway. He could have fucking missed it and whatever, but he was falling over and he got power on it because he is a proper strong ox. You know what I mean? He is Shearer-esque, and he'll score goals. He will score goals, and I know we doubt him. I know he's only scored against Leeds and Sunderland.
No, we don't doubt it. Like, I'm sure he'll get the goals. We just don't think he's going to get the 25 plus goals a season that we expected.
I don't care.
I'm sure he'll get
as long as he
12.
gets the winner against City when we play them.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, in the final of the Champions League or in the semi-final, whatever.
Every game, we play them.
Every single game. I love it. That's 4 games potentially, so that's extra 4 goals. That's more than double digits. I'm happy with him now.
Absolutely.
He's been a success for us now, so. But yeah, no, I agree. Obviously, I don't care which way the goals go in. It went in. Well, I'm happy with it. And Gyökeres scores another goal, which is fantastic. And what does that take him up to now, by the way? Is he in
8? That took him to 7, then it's obviously third. Took him to 8, didn't it?
8 goals, 0 assists, and that's put him 14th in the top 20 goal scorers. So 2 more goals, man. That's all we need in the league. And all competitions, he's got double digits now, hasn't he? He's got. Does he have 3 in the Champions League or 2?
I don't know how many he's got in total. I thought it was 8 in total. What is that? 8 in the league?
Oh no, that's 8 in the league. No,
he's got a few in the Champions League.
Yeah, don't do a man dirty like that, mate. Like, what fucking hell, shit. So, god damn it. But yeah, I don't even. Okay, so it doesn't actually show anything else. But all right, cool. So yeah, great goal from Gyökeres, and Havertz being there yet again. Again, I love the energy this guy brings, man, and he brings the rest of the team up to his level as well. I feel, the sort of the Trossards and the Martinellis. He's a great player, and I've rated him for time. I know obviously you've had your doubts, and you probably still have your doubts. I have no doubt, but he's you can't deny that he's proven you wrong, really, hasn't he? Like,
who's this?
Out by Kai
Havertz. All I'll say about Havertz is that it's an extra body, and we have missed him. That's only because Odegaard's his overall game has dipped. I think Odegaard on form is better than Havertz on form, if you get what I'm saying. I know they're slightly different players, but when Odegaard's on form, I'm his biggest fan. I think he can see a pass. He's up there with Fernandes and De Bruyne. He's not as good as them, but he's up there for seeing a pass. But Odegaard's dipped, and Havertz has just come back at the right time. So yeah, I agree. We have missed him, but only because Odegaard's form's dipped personally. But
that's fair. I mean, fair enough. You want to die on that hill, huh? All right, that's fine. Just to throw some more bullets at you over here, right? Havertz, he did have a great shot, by the way. I think it was the second half. Curler should have, again, another chance.
Should have scored.
He's there, mate. He's there. He's doing his thing. He's bringing vibes to the team, and he's doing headers. He's shooting curlers and whatnot. But yeah, obviously, it'd be great if he scored either one of those. It would have been fantastic. But
yeah,
my point is that he's a very proactive player. Like, he will get in the box. He doesn't care about like jumping around players when he presses them. He will press them. He will just be on them. Like, I am on you right now. I will drag you down if I have to. And sometimes, obviously, that's to his own detriment because he will get a yellow card like a knob. But he does have that in him. But I think the match has to go really, really bad for him to sort of see red. But yeah, I'm happy. Obviously, I'm happy that he scored the goal and then he was taken off straight away. He's getting more and more game time. He's
Passed, you mean he assisted? Yeah.
Sorry, yeah, my bad. Yeah. And then obviously, I'm glad that he got the rest that he needs as well, just to be a little bit more up there as it comes on. I mean, I don't really. Do I have any notes on Eze? I don't know. Did he play? It was alright. He was okay. For the
what
time.
Did he come in about the 72nd minute? Was it
67th when Havertz came off? Yeah, 67th. Yeah.
Okay. He had one chance, didn't he? I think Rice put him through. I think he had a couple of chances where he probably should have shot and he didn't, and he passed it. But he had one chance with Rice. That's all I can remember. And I think someone alluded to it on, I don't know if it was on the commentary or after the game, and they were saying Arteta's easing him in. I'm thinking, well, he's Premiership. He's not as though he's come from abroad. He's not signed from America or Saudi or anything. He's proven Premiership.
Yeah.
But I can kind of understand that he's getting eased in. I think it's probably been a bit too much this season for him. I think that the expectation for Eze is coming. Everyone's thinking, oh yeah, he's going to come in and win the league for Arsenal because he's that great. He is a good player, but I do think that Arteta has probably just taken the pressure off him and he's not playing him. And I think he sat down and said to him, look, it's not working out at the moment, but I do trust you and I believe in you. And I think he will get more game time. I think he'll play obviously in the cups and stuff like that. But I do think this season for him, it'll be like a transitional for Eze personally. Until he gets used to the whole ethos of the club, I don't see any great things. I mean, he scored against Tottenham, but fucking hell. I just think it could be a transitional period for him, and I think next season will be the better that we see of him. Personally, because obviously he's not really set the world alight, has he? Apart from his 3 goals against Tottenham.
No, I mean, that was great. I mean, forever it'll be in our hearts and minds, even though he's still alive. But yeah, I totally get you. He hasn't been fantastic. Nothing to sort of get very excited about, to be honest. But I'm sure he'll become better. I'm sure he'll have his moments, and hopefully those moments come right now during the run-in.
City.
Yeah, well, shit. Against City, against all the teams during the run-in, Champions League final, FA Cup final, all of that. Get the quadruple, put it in your pocket, see you later, mate. Get yourself on holiday. Oh, no, you can't, can you? Because there's the fucking World Cup.
World Cup.
Shit, there's that ball sacks.
In America, though, can't he?
Yeah, there's that ball sacks out. Yeah, you can definitely holiday in America and then just join up with the gang. Right, okay, look. Third goal.
Arsenal now looking to wrap it up in style. Gabriel Martinelli bearing down on goal. He rolls it to Gyökeres. Arsenal finish the day in style.
The assistant's not up with play. He's not able to call that. And it's just been confirmed as goal from VAR. And Gyökeres will not get a simpler finish, but a brilliant afternoon for him coming off the bench and getting 2 goals.
Now, I remember you messaged me, right? Because obviously I was a bit behind, wasn't I? I was trying to find the right stream, but I was definitely...
Third goal, yeah.
So third goal, you messaged me and you're like, Martinelli's not passing that. And when I read that, I was like, oh, fuck, did we just miss a chance? Like, I know it was obviously, the end of the match, so it didn't really matter, but I was like, oh, did he miss a fucking chance here? And then obviously it happened 30 seconds later, I saw it, that's how time moves. So yes. I watched it and I was like, okay, this is what Martinelli does. He is the guy to make those runs from inside his own half and, take the goalie on. So I was like, right, I have absolute confidence in you here. But then in the back of my mind, I was like, why did Stevie say, he wasn't going to pass that? So I'm like, oh, is he going to be a tit and just go around the keeper, but the keeper's going to save it? Oh, no. And then obviously it happened. And when I watched it, I genuinely, when I watched it live, I thought that the ball had bounced off the keeper. And then luckily Gyökeres was there. But then when I watched the replay, I was like, oh, okay, so Martinelli actually passed the ball.
Yes.
It was a cheeky pass, I'll be honest. It was a very cheeky pass, right? That doop. It wasn't anything exciting. It's just the fact that it was so late. Yeah. But it was so perfect for Gyökeres. It was brilliant.
When I first seen it, I thought the defender actually tackled him and it hit his leg and he wasn't. That's what I said. I didn't think he'd passed it. And when I thought, Jesus Christ! And then it showed the slow motion, and I thought, bloody hell, he passed it at the very, very, very. I mean, it was millimeters, wasn't it? Before the tackle would have come in, and it would have been fucking hell, you ball, greedy dick, But anyway, it was obviously the goal itself, the build up to it. Obviously, the Havertz. Was it Havertz? No. Havertz was off, wasn't he?
Yeah, Havertz was off at that point. Yeah. So
who passed it to him?
I thought it was straight from Raya, wasn't it? Was it straight from Raya?
No, it was a kick from. Was it Havertz?
It wasn't Havertz. Havertz was off at that point. Havertz was off at 67th minute. This happened 93rd.
Yeah. Someone passed it to him.
Hold on.
Martinelli.
Yeah, because obviously Martinelli picked up the ball. So hold on. Let me just. I'll find out.
I just thought when that ball was to him, the defender hesitated. If the defender had been anyone else half decent, they would have probably cleared that. But when Martinelli got there first, I thought there's only one winner here because he's so quick and he's great through the middle. I do like Martinelli through the middle because he's rapid on the left wing. I think that's when his worst games happen for us. But when he's through the middle and there's balls like that, it's like, wow, you're quick. And if someone run alongside him, because normally no one runs alongside him because I can't keep up with him, but the York was good. He was there.
He was good. Yeah, absolutely, he was there. And it was Norgard, by the way. He made the sort of
was it Norgard?
They look
similar, don't they?
Yeah. Yes. Do you know what? I made that mistake as well whilst I was watching the match. I was like, oh, that's Havertz. Oh no, wait, what? But yeah, it was sort of like a clearance with ball coming in from their right hand side. He cleared it from the box, and then Martinelli does what he does when he runs at fucking defenders. It was brilliant to watch. And again, I'm glad that he made that pass. And do you remember? Well, I don't know if you remember, but there was a race. It was back in maybe 03, 04 F1 race. I think it was Schumacher and Barrichello, and I think Schumacher was going to let Barrichello win. But then they sort of crossed the line at the same time, and it was kind of confusion. That's how close Martinelli's pass was. That's how close. And you know what? That's literally what popped into my mind when you were talking about it. I was like, that's the only thing I can picture in my mind, like a picture finish. But yeah, so he made the right choice, and I think maybe a little bit late. Maybe I don't think he meant to leave it that late. I think he just sort of panicked by the end. He was like, oh, maybe I need to pass.
I think any later and he would have been offside, wouldn't he? So it was touch. It was fucking very close. So he should have done it slightly early, maybe a second earlier.
Yeah. He should have, but again, it happened. There you go. He left perfect timing. Let's call it that. Yeah. But and then obviously we walk out 3-0 winners, and that is all she wrote, my friend. And that is
good night. Yeah,
good night, Sunderland. Safe trip
just
up there. Just
quickly getting back to the Gyökeres goal and the celebration and Martinelli doing that and things. But who was the defender? Because if you look at that, I don't know if you've seen any of the clips. When Gyökeres puts it into the net. Mm-hmm. He gets taken out on his knee by the defender. Now that, to me, why wasn't that looked at?
By the knee?
Potential red card.
For the last goal?
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at all the stills of that shot. So when Gyökeres puts it into the net, so he kicks it into the net, and the defender...
Oh, yeah. Who's number 17? Oh,
is it Ronaldo or something? No, it's not Ronaldo, is it? Ronaldo.
Do you know what, mate? That is nasty work. I didn't even notice that. Did he even get no booking? Obviously, nothing on that one.
Nothing, because obviously we scored, which I understand. We scored, but should he have been sent off?
That is
last
terrible.
Minute.
Who did you say you think it was?
Was it Ronaldo?
I have honestly no idea.
Got the numbers.
I didn't even have the bloody numbers. They don't even show me the numbers. 17. Oh, here we go. Is it Mandava? Ronaldo, yeah. Ronaldo, yeah. Sorry, Ronaldo. They just put his.
Was it Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo,
yeah. Ryan. Yeah. Reinhold.
Rain, boy. Rhinestone cowboy.
And yeah, so that's pretty nasty, by the way.
It is,
so
isn't it? Yeah.
Maybe they can, retrospectively look at these things, right? I think so, because they did with the goal, didn't they? When the Madueke goal, where they gave him the goal.
Possibly.
I
doubt it now.
I don't know. Yeah. It's fine, but yeah, that's pretty nasty work, that, by the way. Like, he scissored him, mate. What the hell? Didn't even notice it, because again we were winning 3-0. So bye bye.
If he hadn't have scored, it would have been a penalty. So I don't really know why they haven't retrospectively, punished him. But hey, it doesn't matter. Like you say, 3 points is 3 points, 3 goals, and our goal difference is decent now.
Yeah, and against
+5 compared to City.
Yeah, very good. And obviously,
so it's an extra point, effectively, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, depends obviously.
Unless they score 5 against Fulham, and then
very much a possibility. Very much a possibility. So we're hoping for Fulham to score at least 2. Whatever the score is. But yeah, no. I liked the match. The performance was very good. It was very sort of, again, another sort of mature performance. I don't think we did anything wrong in that match. maybe when we started it, we looked a little bit on the shaky side. Like I said, Saliba had his moments, which I didn't care for. Calafiori obviously had his moments that I didn't really care for.
There was one moment as well from fucking Raya.
Which moment was that?
After, like, was it before? Obviously, I think it was Odegaard and Havertz. It wasn't actually going in, but Raya came out to catch the ball, and he got sort of knocked by Ballard.
Oh.
It wasn't a foul, and he dropped the ball, and Robbie shot it. It was actually going wide when the angle showed you, but Havertz didn't know that, and he cleared it, and it was actually going slightly wide, but it could have gone in. But fucking Raya, when them balls like that, and you got players in front of you, punch the fucker. Catching it, and that's what happened. He dropped the ball, and he had a couple of shaky moments, I thought, Raya. Again, I know obviously it's a 3-0, it's a clean sheet as well. He's got 14 clean sheets, which is absolutely amazing, but I don't think that's down to him personally. I think it's down to the defence and the team. But I just think he struggled.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I've literally got that in my notes, by the way. I don't even know why I skipped it. I've actually got that here. Raya doesn't catch it. Probably good chance it was blocked. That's what I've written here. But yeah, I'm glad that you brought it up because, yeah, it is something that we have to watch out for, especially during this time. This is not the time to be making these mistakes. Ask Alisson. He was doing daft things during the Liverpool match. So, let's not do that. Please don't be that guy. Finish the season with the clean sheets. I think Petr Cech has got, 15, I think? Something like that?
I think something like that, yeah. He's got 14, so he's going to do it, isn't he?
I'm sure he's going to break it. By how many, I don't know, but I'm sure he's going to break it. And yes, absolutely, I agree with you. It's 80% down to the defenders. David Raya's had some great saves. Like, we know that. Yeah. We've admitted that. We've said that on the podcast as well. So, he has been very good for us. However, he does have mistakes in him at the wrong time. And I think this happened very early on as well, by the way. So I think within 10 minutes, 15 minutes, something like that. Yeah, it was terrible. So again, could have changed the match completely. Just a mistake like that, and that came off the back of Havertz missing that chance earlier on, with a header. So, but yeah, overall, who's your man of the match, by the way? Like, who's your man of the match who was very good, and obviously who just didn't... Well, I actually don't answer the last one because I know it's Calafiori. And potentially Jesus in there as well, I don't know.
No, I mean, I've wrote here that... I know we spoke about Trossard, but I think his inconsistency... He has like one every 4 or 5 games where he's really good. But most of the time he's quite poor. I did think he had a good game yesterday. I thought it was one of his better games, but that was 1 in 5, 6 sort of games. But Rice, for me, man of the match.
That's a great shout. I was going to say Havertz, to be honest with you, because I thought it was brilliant.
He didn't play the full game, though, so I can't really give it to Havertz.
That's fair. I get that. However, I'm going to give it to him.
Rice is typical 7-8 all the time, isn't he? I just thought he controlled it. So I thought Zubimendi played well, to be fair. I could have actually given it to Zubimendi.
Another good shout, yeah.
I think Rice just edged it, just with his overall everything. I mean, he didn't particularly do anything great, but... I just think he broke up quite a lot of play, and he tackled at the right time, and he just diffused certain situations. I thought, I can't give it to anyone else but Rice, even though Zubimendi pushed him quite close.
Yeah. Very good game.
And obviously Trossard had a decent game, but yeah.
Okay, I agree with what you're saying, and obviously Rice is always, well, for most times he is the guy. I know he's had a couple of shaky matches, especially that Man United match. Jeez, let's not see that again. But for me, I just felt like Havertz did what Havertz needed to do, and he's that's fine.
Your boy,
that's
your
fine.
Boy. It's not Calafiori, the long-haired liability. It's the fucking humpback Havertz.
It's the other one. It's the other guy. Like I said, I thought it was brilliant, and long may it continue. And I hope obviously keeps fitness. But he was never really injury prone, was he, Havertz? Apart from the injury that he's just obviously come back from, but he was not known. He was not known for that. But again, if you have one injury, you know how it goes. Others just really follow very closely. They're like buses, really, aren't they? But yeah, like I said, I'm glad that you brought the Raya incident up, because it's just like, come on, dude. I wasn't going to give him the man of the match, by the way. Just, for me, it was always going to be Havertz. I wasn't trying to edge Raya in there. No. So it was Havertz for me, and I think Zubimendi and Rice both had fantastic games. Trossard had a very good game as well. One of his better ones, of course. And again, the thing is, because he he's such a contrast, isn't he? Like, you know when he's playing bad. Like, there's no sort of middle ground where it's like, oh, he was kind of there. He kind of did it. He kind of was, like, for example, like we say about the defenders, like, most matches they don't have anything to do, but that doesn't mean they were poor. You know what I mean? Whereas Trossard, I just feel like he's either very good or he's very bad. Like, there is literally no in between for him. And this match I thought was very good. He contributed to the team, and again, even I think, what was it? There was another chance. So the Gyökeres goal, wasn't it? It was Trossard to Havertz. Gyökeres scored. So again, he was there yet again. Trossard doing his what he needs to do with that. Yeah.
I think with Trossard, I think, like I've mentioned it before, that when he's facing goal, he's so much better and he's so much influential. Yeah. When he's got his back to goal, he does get pushed back.
He does, yeah.
There's times, I think, because he's not physically very big and strong, is he? He can't hold the ball up very well, like a Semenyo or with big fat arse and stuff. But I just think when he's going facing his own goal, I think that's when we get pressured too much. I think the better teams sort of suss that out with him. So that's why I'm not so keen. And that's probably why he doesn't have his better games. That's why he has 1 in 4, 1 in 5 games that are decent, because the teams that we play against don't pressure him that much. But he had a good game yesterday, to be fair. I did like him. I was
going to say, in terms of the other teams, the only thing is to keep in mind for them is, like, don't neglect him as a player. Like, he is on the pitch. Do not think for 1 minute, we're not going to really bother with Trossard because everything happens on this side. That's not the case. If he's offered the space going towards goal, he will take the shot. He will take a defender on. He will squeeze it down the near post. He has done that. He can do that. So again, that's the only thing. Once they suss him out, or once they sort of put a couple of defenders on him, that's it. He's pretty much gone. And again, even during the Sunderland match, who the hell was their right back? Who's that right back? Mukiele, right? Mukiele, yeah. Mukiele, he's quite good. He's a strong player. He's a tall, strong player. So, and it's like, Trossard, you really don't have a chance with him. And you saw that. He was pushed around. It's like he was trying to back it up, and it's like, dude, that guy will literally just yank you off here. Like, all he needs to do is just move his shoulder and you're gone. But yeah, look, overall, I thought, decent match.
He come off injured though, so that's a bit of a worry, isn't it? Has been any update on what's happened to him? What's wrong with him? Do you think he might miss the Thursday game? Or?
I don't see anything sort of mentioned. Maybe just like a precaution, potentially.
He was down, wasn't he? I think, didn't Odegaard come on from, I think, the 90th minute?
He did, yeah, he did. Oh, yeah, that's right. He was, yeah, he did go, but yeah, there's nothing said about Trossard or any sort of, like, any updates, which is quite good. I like that. I like no updates. No updates is good.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, and flash scores, by the way, they've given Zubamendi man of the match during the report, and obviously, or Gyökeres. So again, I wasn't going to give Gyökeres just because he scored 2 goals. There's no way he deserved the man of the match. I'm glad that he scored, of course, but no, let's not go crazy.
It was a better game for him, more, but yeah.
It was. And yeah. Look, anything else you want to add to the match, by the way? Anything?
Yeah, so I've got a few points to make. I don't know, I'll ask you a couple of questions. So, first one is the state of the pitch, mate. The state of the pitch. We are renowned for having a carpet, billiard ball pitch, perfect pitch. Is it the fucking women? I mean, I'm not, no disrespect to the women, but they shouldn't be playing at the Emirates. They should have their own pitch. Is it that, or is it the weather? Is it a combination of both, that the women play on that or not? But fuck off. Women should have, the women's team should have their own ground. They shouldn't fuck about with the Arsenal, because obviously that pitch to me didn't look as good as what it normally does.
Okay, I will put it this way, right? The women's team is the only Arsenal team that have lifted trophies at the Emirates. Important trophies at the Emirates, okay? Let's just not sticking up for them. Okay. No, I will say this though, it has been, I'm not even kidding, it has been lashing it down for the past 5 days. For the past 5 days up here. Yeah. Like, it has absolutely lashed it down. Like, so I'm not surprised the pitch looked the way it did. And look, it happens, all right? It happens. Like I said, Mother Nature, unfortunately, they don't give a shit. They don't care about, like, who's playing, men or women. Like, I'm going to rain right now. So, yeah, it has been crazy down here. So, again, I didn't read too much into it. It's just one of those things that happens. And I don't think anyone else sort of made a point. Did Regis made a point? Regis
I don't know. I know a few people have, and I know a couple of people have commented on it on different social media sites, and my mate did as well, and he was on about the Leeds match as well, and certain other games and stuff. But never known the Arsenal Emirates pitch to be as that bad. I know the rain does affect it, but I think also the clogging women.
Yep. Yes, the women are the issue. Absolutely.
Let's move on. So that's how my other point is.
But like you said, I did see that as well on like a couple of pages, but I just thought it was like banter more than anything else. I didn't really because we're not known for having bad pitches. It was just one of those things. It was like, all right, see you later. No. 1 in a billion, right? It's bound to happen. So, but okay. Go on. Second question. Sorry, go on.
Yeah. So I'll go and get Slater's for this, but
I love it.
Good news, which is not good news for some because they might rate this player, but good news for me, Marino's out for the season.
All right, look, I don't want to get into a whole thing about if I'm happy or not that a player's injured. I can't be a sadist, right? But you are sounding like a sadist right now, so... And
I'm sorry. I want our team to win, and I want us to win every competition that we're in. Unfortunately for me, Marino will not allow us to do that. If he was playing, is it a coincidence? Odegaard's out, Marino's out. We've now won 3 games in a row, mate. Saka's out.
Saka, Odegaard, and Marino. It sounds like Christmas has come early again. It's just past it. Okay, look. Just for the record,
look, I know you don't like the fact that I'm Slate. I don't like any player to be injured. But
of course, yeah.
Personally, for me, Marino ain't good enough. I've been saying it for months. You know, I don't want to see him anywhere near the team. He is not good enough for the Premiership. He's certainly not good enough for a team challenging for the Premiership, Champions League, etc., etc. So for me, it's only good news, and I don't care what people say, but Marino ain't good enough. See you later. I'm glad he's out.
And as I've always said, he has his uses, so we're just going to leave it at that.
We don't need him anymore. He's decent. It was a decent option off the bench for a striker because we had no strikers last season, right? This season we've got a plethora of players in midfield, right? And he isn't good enough to win a Premiership. Seriously, don't care what anyone says. You know, he isn't. So end of. That's the last one I'll say on it.
That's fair. Fair enough. And look, it's not like it's a surprise to me or to any of the listeners out there how you feel about Marino. Actually, speaking of the listeners, before we do a quick sort of prediction for the next match, we do have a question from one of our YouTube watchers. Both. He's a listener watcher. And just before, I will read it. I will find out his name. So give me 1 second. Right? Give me 1 second. Andre Kosak, 5679. Come on down. So he asks, it's kind of like a question, but he's answered it as well. So, would you buy Nkapie for 45 million? I wouldn't. That's what he said. Obviously, I know we've had this question, but
who's asking that?
So this is one of our listeners from YouTube.
Andre Kosak.
Andre Kosak, yes.
Yeah, he subscribed. So
hello, absolutely, Andre. Love it. Would you buy Nkapie for 45 million? I know we kind of answered it, but like just a quick answer on it just before we sign off.
Yeah, you know my thoughts on Nkapie. I just think he's our best left back, and look, it's his first season, and I think he's settling in well. As much better than Eze is, and I think he's quick, he's direct, he's our best left back that we've got. So unless he's going to go and sign Cafu or Roberto Carlos, which they're not, I think he's a great addition to the squad. So my answer is yes, we need to sign him.
That's fair, and I will agree with you, and I do like him. I do rate him. Especially the last couple of matches, I think he's been brilliant and very aggressive, very good tackler. He's a very good defender. And for 45 million, yes. If he was like 70, then I'd be like, right, okay, well it's a bit excessive. 45, perfect. I think that's money well spent, to be honest with you. And again, on a left back, because Mars Lewis Skelly, whether he's going to be our left back going forward, like not permanent, obviously not starting 11, but if he's going to be a left back for us, then he's not going to really get a game. He's going to be like third, fourth choice.
Yeah.
if he's going to be...
Have you heard the rumours about Skelly going to Madrid?
That's crazy.
Please sell him. I'm flying him there myself.
Shit, and Madrid, they're not going to come in cheap. They're going to be like at least 30 mil. So, yes, sell him for that. If it is, if it's a rumour that happens, yeah, just sell him. But yeah, so again, unless he gets repurposed as a midfielder, I don't really see much game time for Miles Lewis-Skelly, to be honest with you.
No.
And again, does he deserve it? No, he doesn't deserve the game time at all, actually. So especially this season, I don't think he's been that good. But thank you, Andrew Cossack, for asking that question, and hopefully many more from you, my friend, and we will bring them up on here. We'll answer them. Doesn't matter. There's no such thing as a stupid question. He says that. He's probably asked stupid questions all day today. But like, for example, have you pooped? That's a stupid question because the kid cannot answer me. Okay, so I know it's a stupid question, right? Would you like a drink? Again, another stupid question because A, he always wants a drink, and B, again, he's not going to answer me. So there you go. There you go. But at least
just quickly before we go, we've got
go on.
This great thing about moment of the weekend.
Moment of the weekend. Okay.
Moment of the weekend. All the matches over the weekend. What stood out to you as being the most either controversial, the best, or the stupidest, or just like in downright what the fuck's going on?
It was going to be Christian Romero because A, it's Tottenham, B, it's Romero, it's a red card, it's aggressive challenge, it's hilarious, and he gets to miss the match against us as well. So that's always a good thing because we do not need other players butchering our players, all right? We had enough of that from Martinez a couple of weeks ago. But yeah, so... Yeah, what was I saying? Lost my train of thought. Literally, I just looked at my little speaker here. I just lost my train of thought. JBL.
It's basically, I was asking you what the moment of the weekend was. So I think you're going to say it was the City... Not goal, was goal, should have been a goal, sent off. What the fuck?
1,000,000% that is. Again, it's like serendipitous, isn't it? It's right the last moment of the last match of the weekend, and that happens. And yeah, I think it was crazy because if you're gonna just like, let's just start it from. So why would you pull it?
The play was obviously Cherky shoots the ball. Alisson's in no man's land, being an absolute freak. Mad. We'd never do that against Arsenal, but you know,
of course,
against City, let's just do that.
Of course, yeah.
The ball's going into the back of the net. Szoboszlai can't catch Haaland up because he's not the quickest of players, so he pulls him back.
Yes.
And then he gets in front of the ball, and then Haaland pulls him back, and the ball goes into the net. What happens after that?
So, okay. What I think should have happened after that is the goal stands and let's move on with our lives, right? I don't know why it happened the way it did, but again, if you're going to pull it back for the initial incident on the player or the team that scored the goal, right? Let the goal stand, right? You played advantage, okay? If he misses or something else, like, you know, if Szoboszlai literally just sort of like takes him out and the ball doesn't go in or whatever, then yeah, fair enough, but sorry, because I'm about to cough. But I just feel like if you're going to pull it back for that, let the goal stand. Like, there is, I don't get what happened. Like, was he like, it was just confusing because because after that I was like, right, okay, they've won, that's it. Alisson being stupid, the end. And then everything else happened, but I was sort of like half watching. So I don't understand. Like, was he told by VAR or did he give the goal? So he gave the goal initially, right?
So he gave the goal, but VAR
pulled it
obviously
back.
Stepped in, and said that because there was an offence before the goal happened, right. Because there was an offence, then it has to be pulled back because there's an offence regardless, because hypothetically Haaland could have missed that, even though it was going in. But this is why the game's gone absolutely mad, isn't it? It's because the goal stands, right? So the goal's gone. The whistle hasn't blown. If he'd have blown his whistle at the first foul before the ball goes into the net, I understand.
Yeah.
But the ball, he doesn't blow anything.
No.
He lets it go on. The goal stands. VAR get involved. Why?
Yeah. No reason is the answer to that, by the way.
Yes, exactly. And this is what's wrong with the world and for football in general, really. Yeah. But it's just, well, anyway, it's the moment of the weekend, and what a great. I mean, the first half was shit, and the result was shit, but it was the moment of the weekend, mate. And on that note,
yeah, look, just before. Okay, so he obviously, I think the red card stands, right?
yes,
That should be
so he
fair.
misses 3 games now for that.
And I feel like, I mean, yes, he saved a goal, I guess, but for me, it's just that referee decision, isn't it? Like it's the VAR decision. There is no reason for you to pull that back, especially to be like, yes, the team scored, but can you just give it back to them because they had a foul? It's like, well, you played advantage. There's a reason why you didn't blow the whistle. Do you know what I mean? And like you said, if Haaland missed that, he pulled Szoboszlai back, didn't he? Like he pulled Szoboszlai back at the end, didn't he? Like, and then Szoboszlai pulled him before that. Yeah, I mean that's irrelevant at this point anyway. But yeah, the first pull, I feel like if you're going to give it to the team who had the advantage, then you might as well just let the goal stand, because it just makes sense. That's the whole point of it. But yeah, it was clear and obvious. It wasn't. It was clear and obvious, but it wasn't clear and obvious at the same time, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, it was clear and obvious that yes, it was, he allowed it, sort of thing. But I don't understand where the rule comes in. Like, I don't understand where VAR. If anyone's listening out there, please make sense of this situation. All right, let us know what you think out there. But yeah, 100% the moment of the weekend. There's no doubt about that. But yeah, he misses games now, and I think, when did that happen? That happened
98th minute or something.
98th minute. So there was already 2 minutes over, right? Because he gave 6 minutes, so it was already 2 minutes over.
They scored the penalties in the celebrations and stuff. So yeah.
So he already gone over. But yeah, I just feel like he gave Liverpool more than enough time to make up for that, to get a goal back. But there you go, 2-1. It wasn't.
At least it wasn't
3-1.
At least it didn't improve the goal difference.
Yes.
So that one. Imagine if it's 1 goal difference. Wow. At the end of the season,
and we
win
it. And this is it, because the moment of the weekend. Love it.
Yeah, man.
Okay, before we do leave, real quick, by the way, because I do need to pop out to grab some water. Prediction, real quick, for Thursday.
Sade is not playing, is he? He got sent off against someone, so he's a big miss for them. But they went and beat Newcastle. I'd like to think that we've still got enough to beat them, even though I think there's only City that's beat them at home this season. I think.
Okay.
Will they score? I know at the top of the show I said that we might get beat. I don't think a draw is a bad result, like a 1-1 or something. But I've got to go with some positivity and say we're going to win and beat them 2-1.
I agree. I'm gonna. Do you know what? I'm gonna say 3-1, because I feel like we've got this sort of like.
Beat them 3-1 last season, didn't we?
But there you go. So I speak the truth, my friend. I speak from experience. Yeah, I can honestly. The thing is with Brentford, if obviously we catch them at the wrong moment, sort of thing. For them, if it's the wrong one for them, then we will absolutely hammer them, because they just, I don't think they're the sort of team that comes back like that. But if they start off just absolutely on us from the beginning, it could be different. Honestly, I can genuinely see an upset, but my feeling of us winning and winning comfortably is stronger. You know what I mean? Like, obviously I know that goes with every team, but there's something about Brentford that they're just, like little wasps. It's like, all right, I don't mind you being here, but don't sting me. All right, like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we might have a game like we played against Leeds. I think Leeds, Sunderland, Brentford, all very similar sort of. I mean, I know. Well, I say that Sunderland have some really tricky class players, so I'm not really ruling anything out. But I think we should have enough. So I'm saying 2-1.
That's fair. And I just realised that Brentford's logo is actually a wasp. So there you go.
The bees.
That is a bee. Sorry, it's the bee. But so I said wasp, kind of different, not really. So, cool. I hate wasps. Bees are fine.
Me too.
Yeah. Cool. Excellent. Right, we will leave it there, maybe, because we've gone on for an hour and
1 hour
25 minutes.
22.
That's crazy. That's crazy
Mental.
amount of time. But there you go. Hopefully everyone out there has enjoyed this episode. If you have any questions, please. Oh, Stevie has got a question. Yes, hand raised.
I have one more point to make that we didn't obviously come back on Wednesday because we are actually in the Carabao Cup final.
In the Carabao. That's some Singaporean type stuff, man.
Yes.
That's some Singaporean
We forgot to
noodles right
mention
there, man.
didn't we? That we beat the fucking our bitter rivals.
Scum. We beat the Scum. I do not like the new manager, by the way. I feel like the guy's complete bellend. It's like, stay in your own half. And again, the only thing that pops into my head is that scene from David Brent in The Office. Ooh, you're hard.
I love The Office. Some people have been likening him to Infamous. Is it The In-Betweeners?
In-Betweeners, yeah. Will from The In-Betweeners.
Will, that's it, yeah.
With his little briefcase.
Yeah, he's a proper knob, isn't he? I don't like him at all.
Yeah, I don't like him, and I'm glad that we beat them. I'm glad that Havertz...
when we play them.
And I'm glad that Havertz just stuck a fucking sword in there. Not even a dagger, mate. He stuck a sword in there. That's what he did. Katana, just like, hi-ya. I don't know why I made the noise, but I could just put the noises in. Okay.
You're on your PS5 too much.
I haven't even upgraded yet to the Ghost of Yoshima or whatever it is. Ghost of who? Hiroshima. No, that's not right. That's yeah. Cool. We will leave it there. Thank you so much for listening. We will catch you on the next one. Stay safe. Stay alert.
Au revoir. Oui, oui. Si, si. Arrivederci.
I have to do that. Okay, we're going. Good night.
Goodbye.
Love it.